Essays. Question number 1. Examine the role of social class and economic disparity in shaping the character's action and motivation in barn burning.
Introduction. William Faulkner's Barn Burning is a powerful short story that explores the tension between family loyalty and personal morality through the eyes of a young boy named Sati Snopes. Set in the post-Civil War American South, the story follows a poor tenant farming family led by a bitter and vengeful father, Abner Snopes, who expresses his resentment toward wealthy landowners by burning their barns. As the story unfolds, Sati faces a life-changing decision between staying loyal to his father or doing what he knows is right. Courtroom conflict and family loyalty. The story begins in a small town courthouse where Abner is on trial for illegally burning a neighbor's barn. Young Sati, who knows his father is guilty, is called to testify but is dismissed before speaking. Despite wanting to tell the truth, Sati feels conflicted due to his deep-rooted loyalty to his father. The judge finds insufficient evidence and releases Abner, but the family is told to leave the country, a consequence of Abner's repeated offenses. A new start and old resentments. The Snopes family moves to a new plantation where Abner takes a job working for Major D. Spain, a wealthy landowner. Abner quickly shows his disdain for the upper class by walking through D. Spain's home with dirty boots and ruining an expensive white rug. Ordered to clean it, Abner damages it further, and in response, D. Spain fines him 20 bushels of corn. This punishment enrages Abner, who sees it as yet another example of unfair treatment by the rich. The threat of fire and a son's dilemma. True to his pattern of using fire as revenge, Abner begins plotting to burn D. Spain's barn. Sati becomes increasingly aware of the wrongness of his father's actions and struggles with the decision he knows he must make. He understands that by staying silent, he becomes complicit. This internal battle between conscience and blood loyalty becomes the emotional heart of the story. Sati's break from his father. On the night Abner prepares to burn the barn, Sati's mother tries to stop him from leaving the house, but he breaks free and runs to warn Major D. Spain. This is the defining moment of the story. Sati chooses justice over family. After delivering the warning, he flees into the night. He hears gunshots in the distance, suggesting Abner may have been confronted or killed. A lonely but righteous path. In the final scene, Sati walks away from his family, alone and unsure of his future, but relieved that he did the right thing. Though he feels sadness and loss, he also experiences a sense of moral clarity. His decision marks a mature break from a legacy of violence and injustice. Sati chooses a life guided by principle rather than fear or blind obedience. Conclusion. Barn Burning is a profound coming-of-age story that examines the emotional cost of doing the right thing. Through Sati's struggle and ultimate decision, Faulkner explores themes of justice, personal integrity, social class, and generational conflict. The story captures the painful moment when a child must step out of the shadow of a parent and define his own values. Sati's courage to break free from a destructive past offers a powerful message about the price and necessity of moral growth.
Question number 2. Discuss the symbolism of Major D. Spain's rug in barn burning.
Introduction to the conflict. The story begins in a small town courthouse where Abner Snopes, a poor white sharecropper, is on trial for burning down a neighbor's barn. Although there is no solid evidence, the judge decides to let the family go but orders them to leave the county, continuing their pattern of moving from place to place. Abner's son, Sorty, Colonel Sartorius Snopes, is present and knows the truth. His father is guilty but says nothing, torn between his loyalty to his family and his growing sense of justice. A family on the move. After the trial, the Snopes family relocates once again, this time to a new plantation where Abner will work as a tenant farmer for Major D. Spain, a wealthy landowner. Faulkner describes the family's poverty and the emotional control Abner has over them. Sarty, although young, is beginning to question his father's actions and to feel isolated within his own family. The rug incident. Soon after arriving at D. Spain's property, Abner deliberately steps in horse manure and tracks it onto the expensive white rug in D. Spain's mansion. This act is meant to show contempt for the upper class and their authority. Abner is told to clean the rug, but he ruins it further by using horse lye soap. As punishment, Major D. Spain orders him to pay 20 bushels of corn, which infuriates Abner, who feels he is being unjustly treated. Planning revenge. Instead of accepting responsibility, Abner becomes more defiant. He insists that the punishment is unfair and decides to retaliate in the way he has many times before by burning down the landowner's barn. Sarty suspects his father's intentions and is torn between protecting his family's secret and preventing another crime. He struggles silently, knowing that his father's pattern of revenge must end. Sarty's moral decision. On the night Abner sets out to burn Major D. Spain's barn, Sarty breaks away from his mother and runs to warn D. Spain, yelling that his barn is going to be burned. This moment marks a turning point in Sarty's life. He chooses truth and justice over blind loyalty to his father. After warning D. Spain, Sarty runs into the woods. Behind him, he hears gunshots, suggesting that D. Spain may have confronted or even killed Abner. Sarty walks away. In the final scene, Sarty walks alone through the woods. He doesn't look back, even though he knows he is leaving his family behind. Despite his sadness and fear, he feels a sense of peace, having made the right choice. His journey into the unknown reflects his moral growth and the difficult path toward becoming his own person. Conclusion. Barn burning concludes with Sarty choosing justice over family loyalty, symbolizing his growth from a passive child into a morally independent individual. His decision to break away from his father's destructive legacy highlights Faulkner's central theme, the painful but necessary journey of standing up for what is right, even when it means going against those you love.